Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why do I do what I do? I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios, like how you wake up in the morning, what you do at a restaurant, and how you approach your finances. I just want you to mentally assess where you're at. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to put it in the chat. When it comes to waking up in the morning, are you the kind of person who hits snooze and oversleeps so you run late? That's me. Or do you get up before the alarm and show up to your meetings early and wound up? When you go out to a restaurant, do you almost always get the lighter, healthier option? Or do you tend to pick a choice that's more of a comfort food? When it comes to finances, do you give to God first, managing your money wisely so that you have some left over before your next paycheck? Or do you tend to spend quickly and then squeak by at the end of the month? Maybe even dipping into your credit card line to make it through. Why do I do what I do? Well, I think there are some primary reasons and then also some secondary reasons for why we make the decisions we do. I think the secondary reasons are usually easier to identify, like you feel obligated. You feel like you ought to do it, or this is what it means to be a good person or mother or employee or friend. Another reason is you want to. You actually want to do the right thing or care for others or obey God. And the third is you want to be accepted. You act in certain ways in order to get approval or respect for others. I'm sure there's loads more secondary reasons for our actions, but I think there's a major primary reason behind our actions. You do what you do because of what you think of you. For as a person thinks within themselves, so they are, right? Our identity, how we see ourselves, is a primary driver of our actions. We're in a series called The Power to Change. It's a series based on content from Craig Groeschel at Life Church. In September, Sycamore Creek began a deep dive into the Sermon on the Mount. And this is our 5th series in that deep dive, inspired by the topics found in the Sermon on the Mount. And in that sermon, Jesus told his followers, "You have also heard that our ancestors were told, you must not break your vows. You must carry out the vows you make to the Lord. But I say, do not make any vows. Do not say by heaven, because heaven is God's throne. And do not say by the earth, because the earth is his footstool. And do not say by Jerusalem, for Jerusalem is the city of the great king. Do not even say by my head, for you can't turn one hair white or black. Just say a simple yes, I will, or no, I won't. Anything beyond this is from the evil one." So this series is about letting our words and our intentions line up with our actions. Letting our yes, I will be true about the habits we're developing and the direction we're growing. Last week, Pastor Tom pointed out that many people talk about transformation either from a personal responsibility standpoint, like you just have to take responsibility for your actions and then you can change, or from a system standpoint. Like there are many things outside of your control that affect your ability to change. And at Sycamore Creek, we often talk about that second perspective and how we can change systems. And in this series, we're going to explore some of the personal responsibility side of that. But first, let's pause here for a chat question. Are you the kind of person who likes to go deep on chat questions, or do you prefer to keep it light? Take a minute and talk about it.